Hi, I'm Yolanda. I am going to show you several ways to use pesto in everyday foods or different hors d'oeuvres and how people like to use it. So right now I am going to make pesto pinwheels, and right now I have a cutting board with some flour, and I'm going to smooth the flour out on here using puff pastry. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to cut these into 4 squares. Now this would make 4 pinwheels, but if you want to make more, you can. So we have 4 squares here, and we are going to cut each corner of each square. That way you can make your pinwheels. Okay. And you want to have your oven heated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And this only takes about, I'd say about 10 minutes to cook. Just want it slightly browned and crispy, and they will puff up. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to put your pesto. So what you want to do is you want to put the pesto in the center of each square. That way your pesto will be in the middle when you make your pinwheels. Okay. Now you're going to take every other corner and put it in the middle and press it in. So every other cut slit until it starts looking like a pinwheel. Okay, this is also fun for kids to make as well. Do that with each one. And these are really fast to make. If you have company that comes over all of a sudden, you just have to get your puff pastry out and defrost it to where it's soft and pliable. Okay. See? Now they look like pinwheels, just like the toy. And so I'm going to take a oiled pan or cookie sheet and put each one in there. And we're going to cook these for about 10 minutes. Everybody's oven is different, so it could be from 10 to, I would say, 12 or 13 minutes.
Hi, I'm going to be making today a meatloaf using Yolanda's pesto. This is roasted red peppers, and we are going to put in the different ingredients that we're going to be using. First, this particular meatloaf includes ground turkey, and then about 1 pound, and we're gonna add to that some ground Italian sausage, and we're gonna mix this up really well. I'll be using a little egg base to give it that succulent taste. Also, I'm going to beat the 2 eggs. And then I will add a little moisturizer to that. We got tomato sauce, mustard, and a little A1 sauce, just a tablespoonful. And we mix this together, and we are going to put this into the loaf. After we beat it for a little while, so that it will be well mixed. And then we'll pour it into the batter. And then we will kind of mix it together a little more. Make sure that everything is evenly distributed. Then we will add Yolanda's pesto. Not very much. Just a little drop, maybe 2 tablespoons full. We'll add that to the meatloaf. Gives it a great taste. You'll be able to distinguish the So now we will put the loaf in the pan. Now we will put the loaf in the pan, and we will bake it for about 40 minutes, and that should come out just great. And what I do is one really mama's ingredient. She always told me to just put a little honey barbecue sauce on top of the meat before you actually bake it. And what this does is seals the juice in so that the meatloaf can remain succulent. And it doesn't seem to it's like a sealer on top of the meat, so that the juice, when it's baking, most of it remain inside of the meatloaf. So this is a turkey loaf with a mixture of Italian sausages. And that's it. We put it in the oven. And we will now bake this. I usually add one more thing to it. Got to seal a little paprika. This is just to give it that great looking taste, make it yummy. Okay, and we bake it. And that is what we do.
Okay.
Okay, this is the finished product, the meatloaf with the sauce that has the pesto inside the sauce also, and spaghetti. Delicious, delicious meal.
I like to use Yolanda's pesto because it tastes real good on chicken. Oh my gosh! I'm spreading it. Precious chicken. I mean, Yolanda pesto. Can't waste this. It'll taste so good. I know it looks kind of weird because it's hot dogs, and we don't usually push pesto on hot dogs. But it's okay because it tastes good.
Hello, my name is Rich. I'd like to speak to you about Yolanda's pesto sauces real quick. When I get home from work, sometimes I have to cook, and I enjoy food, and I enjoy good food, and Yolanda's pesto sauces help me. If I feel like making some pasta with some grilled chicken, I'll make an Alfredo sauce and add the classic almond, and make it a nice chicken Alfredo with the almond pesto. Comes out really good. When I'm hungry and I don't feel like really cooking and I want to chew on something, I'll cut up some buffalo mozzarella cheese with fresh tomatoes, and I'll add either the Cajun, a spicy flavor, as a dipping sauce, or I'll add the roasted red pepper to give it a nice twist. If I'm making eggs in the morning, I'll cook up some vegetables, some chorizo, and I'll add like a Cajun pesto to it, or maybe I'll go with a sun-dried tomato, depending on if I'm in the mood for a spicy or a nice savory dish. I also would like to give away a little secret. When we make black bean chili in the house from scratch, I like adding some of the Cajun pesto to it because it really gives it a nice kick. Lastly, if I'm in for a good piece of meat, we'll get a piece of flank steak, roll it up into a remoulade, and use any of the flavors that we're in the mood for. If I want a really nice kicked up flavor, I use the Cajun. If I want a nice savory flavor, I use the classic almond. Or if I'm in the mood for a tomato or the roasted red pepper flavor, I just throw it in there. It's really good to marinate meats in, as well as a finishing touch to the meats. I hope you enjoy the flavors. Bye.
Makes the chili and rice taste better than ever. There's no way to eat it without putting this stuff in there. So enjoy it, people.